Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Greetings and salutations. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see here. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. So today, D&D. Another rifting tale of adventure, death, mystery, destruction, and perhaps maybe even some treasure. Who knows? Anywho, hello, hello. Gonna get this started in a minute. Rounding up all the kiddos, getting them ready to roll. And just give us a minute or two and we'll be kicking this bad boy off. All right. All right. So, would like to do a recap.
Well, we were still in the let's see, that hellish cabin, and we had defeated the deadly Hydra, but then we were confronted with this kind of roaming and half disinterested sort of dimensional beastie with tentacles, the kind of which that we're used to dealing with, and we fought that guy pretty well. These illusory versions of itself would pop up every time we seemed to do damage. But smart work of Veldrin and was it also Miavara?
Zed.
And Zed, right, was able to kind of track and find which ones were real and which which ones were not. And we took them out. That was pretty cool. And then we eventually decamped to go up to the armory building with Marius, the good dragon-like creature, and we were about to go in. Did we go in? There was, I can't remember quite what the cliffhanger was on that.
We were about to go in.
Didn't maybe you have some sort of sensory overload or something happened? I can't remember at the end.
There was a voice in Veldrin's head that was like offering help to him in exchange for a favor.
Right, and we kind of talked about, had we heard this voice before, or is, but I guess we hadn't.
Yeah. And I got the name Uthagoroth there at the end.
And hopefully in the armory we can find some sort of things that will help us destroy our enemies, or maybe help us get into the underground section that was in the original.
In the very first building a long time ago, yep.
Yep.
There's
The
a puzzle.
Draconic door. Yeah, puzzle. Dumbledore, puzzle door, Harry Potter.
Haha. Kyber's Gate, if you will.
All right. Unless there's anything else you can think of. We pick up where we left off, which was a door being unlocked, and I believe opened, correct?
Yep. Let's see what's happening in here. The door is not unlocked from last time.
I know. I'm getting to that. I
Gotcha,
want to
last
make
time.
sure it was locked until we started.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you start creaking the door open, and open it, it is unlocked.
All right. Let's see what's inside. Oh, I see.
Now you see why I had to pause. So, as soon as you open that door, you're immediately greeted. Let's see. Well, sorry, it's not here. Sorry. Off to the side. You are immediately greeted with a scene of an active combat. There appear to be these metal people fighting this, I guess, somewhat familiar to you. Some kind of incursion of the Outer Realm-esque type. And see, you can see what you see. See what do you? Okay. Yeah, so Opal's the only one that sees the scene as a whole. As soon as the doors open, though, like people who don't have like line of sight to what's going on inside could definitely hear the sounds of a scuffle. There is definite combat, which, interestingly enough, it was dead silent until that door was unlocked and opened. And so like I said, you see these Warforged ish. Yeah. They look a lot more mechanical than they do than your traditional like golem. Like you know a typical Warforged might be like metal plates or like wooden plates or like wooden composition. These things look like they are way more advanced and more automaton like, i.e., there's gears like in there. There's like cogs in their like eyes. There's where there's shoulder blades and like arms and sorry, where their shoulders and like elbows and knees would be. There's just like ball bearing kind of things, and they're moving with this very robotic like they're fighting in a very robotic motion. There's not a lot of fluidity. It's very rigid. It's like they swing and it's almost like they stop and readjust and recalculate and swing, and they move in a very almost like gear gear turning esque methods. And they seem to be fighting one of these, well, things that you've been dealing with before. And your line of sight, see that? And you see one individual that seems a little more advanced in composition. Sorry, I had to move the camera for this. There we go. One that's slightly more advanced in composition, and it seems to be standing there. But yeah, that's about it. Also, I can hear myself in someone's. I don't think it was Kozik. Yes. They are too preoccupied fighting each other. So you have a very snap decision to make in this moment, as they have not noticed you. And this is solely on Opal's shoulders, because Opal is the one standing right in front of the door.
Hey, Zed, you want to take a look-see at this?
What was that?
Hey, Zed, you want to take a look at this?
You just so nonchalantly, you're just like,
Mm.
what do you think about this?
Go ahead, take a look.
That's gonna step in front of the door, I guess.
And as you do so, everything turns and notices you. The door is still
Gonna shut the
wide
door?
open, and you got people just staring in.
Oh, it's not my room. Fuck. I think they saw me.
Yeah, I think they did.
Well, you gonna share with the class on what exactly you saw, dear Zedrin?
Oh,
3 Warforged-looking guys and a tentacle monster.
yeah.
Oh, so our old friend and some new friends that are newer friend here, and she sort of gestures out towards Matthias,
I think it's Marius.
Marius,
I keep getting his name wrong.
might feel really upset about seeing. I think that's a twofer. And they're fighting it for us? Beautiful. I'm assuming. I hope. Are they?
It looked like, yeah, until they saw me.
What
Zed's
did you
gonna open the
see?
door back up just to see what they're doing now. Oh, close the door. Okay, they're definitely not doing what they were doing anymore.
Well, yeah.
Probably
called
gonna have a problem here.
I don't know. I think, technically speaking, right? Is it like sitting like right at the door now? I think I
I-
saw it a little bit. So I think, me, you, and she's trying to make like a snap decision, like who benefits most from like close range combat. Opal,
Me benefiting from a long range.
I'm asking, like, do you?
No.
Okay, Kozik, do you benefit from close range conflict?
Not particularly, although I can take a punch.
I believe our friend the Dragonborn does. So I think we do a little threefer. We at the door, and we stab in, and she gestures with her knife, like in the air. What could go wrong?
I'll follow behind.
Exactly. And like over our shoulders, you could be firing off like spells. Normal shit.
It'll be
And
great.
and
It'll be
as you're
great.
and as you're sitting in front of this door planning, you all could very, very easily hear the sound of just something exploding inside. It almost looks like the building looks like it might fall over on top of you with the sheer shock wave of force.
Ooh, placing our bets on if that was one of the Warforged in there. I placed 10 gold.
Yeah. What if we all step back and I make it look like I'm standing here, and I can
Mhm.
open the door with the mage hand, and then we'll
Mm.
see what happens to my illusion. Actually, the last time we did that, maybe didn't end very well. You know what? I'm gonna open the door.
Well, I have like a full-on illusion that I can control if we want to try that trick.
The last time like with the other tentacle monster in the other room,
Mhm.
it kind of seemed like it made friends with my illusion almost, and then we were dealing with illusions all over the room. So I don't know.
I remember this.
Probably just gonna open the door. Fuck it.
Yeah, let's just get it over with. Takes out her knives and twirls them.
I guess if you're gonna be casting spells or whatnot, get ready to go right when I open it.
Yep.
Anyone want to prepare to cast?
I'll
Like
yeah,
OOC, I'm
okay.
picturing. Can we do some sort of like surprise attack? Like everyone goes all at once, just on the cue of Zed opening the door.
Yeah, ready to action.
Yeah, you can always try.
All right.
I love my lightning launcher.
Gonna.
What are your
If
ready
I see
actions to attack?
if I see Tentacle Monster, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead.
If Opal sees any of the three standing at the door, she will attack.
Even the Warforged, you don't know if they're friendly or not at this point.
They are chilling with a tentacle monster.
They were fighting the Tentacle Monster.
Eh, This is fair. You know what, tentacle monster, prepare to attack. Also,
Yeah,
you might
Zed's
want
gonna
to clear
ready
that
his rapier.
Kozik, you gonna get on in the fun? See how much damage we
course.
can do in a single moment?
Yeah,
Vel?
I'm ready.
And she's sort of like a little bit more hesitant. She's like, Vel?
He is put off by how still the machines got when they saw them.
Yeah? We were interrupting something intimate. Personal combat always,
It's like
Are
kicking
you
in the
gonna
door to a barn after hearing unusual
exact?
noises.
Yes, but these are
Oh,
also the machines and the tentacle monster, and both of
Astarion.
those things have been kicking their asses frequently.
Right, I'm ready.
All right.
I'll shoot anything that moves. Well,
Oh,
probably a tentacle.
Zed's gonna posture. He's got one hand on the doorknob or door handle. The other's got his rapier readied. Gonna open the door. And there's tentacles in front of him, so he's going to
Oh,
stab.
there's more than that now. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
pew pew.
Fuck.
Do what you going to do.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna shoot it, even if if
Is-
it's right up against us. I mean, is that a disadvantage? But
Yep, if you're trying to use a range attack in melee, it is a disadvantage.
well, for all of our surprise
Aw.
attacks, surprise to us.
Would we get advantage at all?
Nope.
Okay.
They clearly saw you were there.
Yeah.
Zed's attack looks a little better. I got a 15 and an 8.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Accidentally put that there.
So 1. So the 15 would hit. The
Yes.
22 would hit. 12.
All right.
Okay.
I thought by this point Eldritch Blast would be 2d10 by now, or did it change in the remaster? Like at your level?
I don't think it changes like that.
No,
It
it
just changes
does.
how many rays you get, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fired
The
twice.
rules say it just changes how many beams I shoot, not how much
Oh.
damage.
There we go. That's what I'm missing.
So I have to wait till level 11 before we get another one. Third one appears.
All right. Let's see. So you did 2 damage.
Yeah, it seems to sear into its little tentacle, but it doesn't seem to do much damage. Urgh.
I'll do. That's with sneak attack, and then one of my sneak attack dice. I'll try to poison this thing, and that's DC 13 con. Yeah, con.
All right. Sure. And then also roll me initiatives.
Didn't make the save throw.
It will. I'll get to it.
Oh, right. Roll initiative
It
regardless.
will.
Okay.
Don't worry, it
Yep.
will.
Where's my initiative for this guy?
Hey, I got a nat 20 on initiative. Does that count?
Yeah, it's a 20 roll.
So
Yay.
did Nia.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That.
I chose the worst time to go. Step away. Fuck.
Uh-oh. I think their boss might have exploded by... Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, something
Opal
else
got
showed
a
up.
nat 1.
Don't.
Oh. Rip Opal.
Possibly.
Nia already has insp. Can I give it to someone?
Yep. I'm
Go ahead
getting
and
these
take it,
rolls
Opal.
done.
Yay. A reroll?
I have a free insp. You use it however you want.
Thank
Did
you.
I roll all my baddies in that? All.
Rude. Thought I clicked the right button. Oh.
Perfect. Rolls them all.
You know what? Can I reroll initiative with an inspiration point?
Who's it?
Can I reroll a initiative roll with an inspiration point?
Yeah, it's a D20 roll.
Yippee. I can't really roll another one. I tried, but it's not letting me.
You could do just a D20 and then add your modifier, and cubed can just probably change your spot.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, since the new roll has to be taken anyway, I'll just remove combat and then re-roll initiative as normal.
Yep. That is slightly better.
It's not a failure.
It is not a natural one. You are correct.
In natural one doesn't really do much for initiative.
It's more of an annoyance.
All right. So first things first, you got the doors kicked open. You attack this thing, and there is a cackled laughter as it immediately does something. Work up. Work up. And the tentacles just disappear into the ground and burst outside.
What?
Oh, come on.
It's behind us.
Well, beside us.
And
Whatever.
thusly leaving these individuals next to the door. Now you're kind of in a pinch. All right. Now we can start this combat. Which one is it? This guy? So this automaton looking dude man's. Oh, he's right. He's adjacent. He's gonna try and murder the shit out of Zed. And he's gonna swing at Zed with what appears to be like, doesn't seem like they're holding any weapons. Like one arm is just like an arm with a blade, like a sword or kind of a blade sticking out of it, and the other one just seems like a mounted, like some kind of crossbow or something like that. And it is going to ooh boy. All right, good luck. It is going to unleash a flurry of swipes towards Zed.
Also, did you get the that wisdom save
Mm-hmm.
for Toll of the Dead? Right.
Did he make it or not? I forget. I didn't actually see it amongst the initiative rolls.
Oh, the Toll of the Dead one. All right. You have told
DC
the
15.
dead. Yep. Does not seem like it is effective. Does not seem wounded by it. Maybe it just doesn't have ears to listen.
Is it a sonar one? Like, hmm.
Well, either way, Zed's about to die. Please hold. I
Oh
mean,
shit.
Zed's about to get attacked. Two. Three. Let's see.
2 of those will
15.
hit, yeah.
Yep. So only one of those will hit. As Marius is next to you. Wait, hold on. Checking my notes on Marius. Use that. He's used that. Yep, nope, just one hits. All right, so Marius interjects the shield of Bahamut between you and this creature, just barely, keeping that last attack from hitting, but one of them still hits. 13. Didn't forego the thing to do the thing. All right, Zed, you're up. You are now the
Alright.
sole thing in front of the door of everything trying to get out.
I don't think we've ever done this before or had a reason to, especially in combat. Would I be able to use my action to use my thieves' tools to lock this door back?
So let's see. Using an item like closing a door would be like a use action, a manipulate action, whatever it's called. I honestly don't think you'd have time to lock a door unless you were locking it from the inside. Because this is 6 seconds, so I
Yeah.
don't imagine you'd have enough time to pull out your tools and then like get them in the door and then try and lock things in the course of, I don't know, 3 seconds, because it'd probably take you a second or two to pull your tools out.
Hmm. Would it just, I guess, for the sake of clarification, would it be something that I could take multiple turns to do or to attempt?
Yes, multiple turns, yes.
Okay. But I have a feeling that they're just gonna open the door while I'm trying to do that anyway. Um,
And
Hmm.
and even if like you were able to do using thieves tools in a combat scenario, it would still be at disadvantage, and I'm not sure you'd want that.
Yeah.
Because it is a very stressful situation. So it's like you just got stabbed. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna pull out my tools and lock a door real quick. Plus, you know, these things will probably be trying to keep you from like actually closing the door. So yeah, there's a lot of things that wouldn't be working in your favor. So what do you do?
Well, I mean, so Zed, uh, his immediate reaction would be to try to close this door to if these tentacles just came from inside to outside, and now we're kind of caught in between these two sets of creatures, I guess. I don't know. If all of these are inside, Zed would try and close this door um, to separate us so that we could focus on this one creature instead of having to deal with everything. That's what he would attempt to do, at least. So,
Yep, what do you do?
well, if I'm able to, he's just going to close his door, and he'll probably. Is the door open inward or outward?
It's an outie.
So he will then, I guess, with all of his
Actually, wait a
potential
minute. That
strength.
wouldn't make sense. It's an innie.
Okay. So then he's just gonna hold the door. He's gonna try and attempt to just hold the door closed. I
Okay.
kill the fucking tentacles. I'm gonna try and keep him in here.
All right. Racing. Niavara.
Let's go. I am number one. So Zed just got a little bit janked, flanked.
Jake the Blank.
You know, it's one of those moments where I'm looking at my spell list and I'm like, why don't I prepare detect evil and good? And it's like, oh yeah, because it's in most situations it's not very good. But like since we just dealt with, you know, illusory tentacles, it feels like a pretty good option right now.
Well, you got 6 seconds.
Yep, We got 6 seconds, and it's actually going to be just a quick cure wounds for Zedrin, and I'm going to go ahead and upcast it to 2nd level.
No. I had
Huh?
hit points. I had tip hit
Oh,
hit
no
points. I
tip.
didn't take any damage.
Okay. Missed that. In which case, she's going to do something that's going to get value for the whole battle, which is going to be the her spirit guardians one more time. Let's go. I think I'm still technically concentrating on it from last time. I am.
Oh yeah, just haven't cleared it.
I need to replace this mouse because it's not one to scroll down.
And then Kozik, you're up next after.
Oh wait, does it have? Shouldn't it make a saving throw?
I'm just saying, just getting people ready for their turn. Kind of keep things moving along. This wisdom. It saves.
Okay.
Yep.
Half as much damage.
So I probably shouldn't have said it's
Oh,
saying, but
that's
now you know it's saying. Let's see what you did.
actually that's not right. So it should be radiant or necrotic. It's actually doing both, which is a really fun way of doing that. So it should actually only be the 13 radiant, not both.
Okay.
I will have to keep that in mind going forward.
All right. You're moving anywhere, stand where you are.
No, I'm standing where I'm at and have my knives out, ready to go with this thing. And one eye back towards us, where they're no doubt going to burst out from the door and keep attacking us.
Go. Stop. Order.
Gave it to Kozik.
No, for the creature. So I'll
Ugh.
just redo it. I'll just move it till after. Okay, there it is. All right, Kozik, what you got? There's a door closed in front of you and a creature behind you.
Well, I'm gonna have to do what Zed suggested and focus my attention on the evil beastie that we can see here. I'm gonna, for the moment, let off a couple Eldritch Blasts. Maybe I'll hit a key thing. Well, not that one.
Definitely not that one.
Maybe that one.
And roll me a d20 for the Eldritch Blast.
But
Okay, good to know. So, and then give me the damage for the second one.
that's a good roll. That's a good roll. Here's a good damage roll, too. Man, I hit it right in its octopus-like beak. Ha! Eat it. Eat the energy. And then I'm gonna stay where I am. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Assuming it has a beak. I don't know. Maybe it's just tentacles, whatever.
I mean, it's just tentacles. The result of your
It's
natural one, you may or may not be aware of at some point. Anyway,
all right.
Eldrin. Eldrin. Oh, Veldrin's muted. Not sure if you're notice.
Whoops, I forgot that. I'm gonna cast Sword Burst. And I also He's gonna move over here because no one's getting hit that way.
Story burst. Okay. The second special ability to sweep around you. And what's it look like when you cast this?
The description of the spell says that spectral blades sweep around you. So I imagine just like a circle of blades. They would be drow in style.
Drow motifed, custom made, sweeping blade. Dexterity save. Not gonna lie that. Is this technically a and it Yep, nope. Alright. So full damage.
And it's 2d6 because I'm at my 7th level and it hits that at my 5th, right?
Let's see. One
Or
dice
is it-
d6 when you reach 5th. Yep, so 2d6. Five, 10, 20. Alright. Anything else?
Yeah, nope. That's it.
What's up?
I said, nope, that's it.
Alright. It's murdering time. So this fella out here that y'all's have been wailing on, it's gonna do a thing that y'all's probably gonna hate. Whoop. And we're gonna go ahead and slap that right there. So, as its turn begins and you guys have pretty much wailed on it, it basically does the I mean, this seems somewhat standard across what they do, at least one of the few things that is pretty standard. A giant cloud of just blackness just explodes outward. And I'd say it's like it reaches into like the hole that it's coming from, and a tentacle pops out with like this giant like mucus looking black ichor, and it just whaps it right in front of it, and it just splashes everywhere. Almost like it creates like a veil, and everybody gets to make a DC 14 charisma saving throw or be stunned. Good luck.
What kind of?
Charisma.
I'm very charismatic. Let's see.
Of course, I nat 20'd my dump skill.
That's funny.
Hey,
You got
that's an
from
inspiration.
it? I'm
I
gonna
already
use
have
my
one. Who would
inspiration.
like it?
Please, can I use it to reroll my horrid charisma save?
Opal, you can have my charisma or my inspiration.
Thank you. I'm going to fucking cry.
Oh no, it's okay. Nevar can still roll worse than you. Because I do not have saves in charisma.
You did better than me.
Oh, luck of the draw. It won't be enough to you and I probably both failed, let's be honest here.
Yeah, it was DC 14 what I saw on the attack roll.
Oh, so did Zed. We're all in this together, everyone. Unless I decide to re-roll right now. Is it worth it? I think 10's about as good as I can get.
And up to
It's
you.
50-50. It could be I. Uh,
Hot damn.
yeah. Yeah, let's try it. Was it worse?
Yeah.
I should have just stuck to my guns.
Well, I will unveil this one. I'll let it play out. Anyway. Alright, so who we got stunned here? We got Niavara. Give you a fun little token marker. Represent your stunnage. Oh, that also means your Spirit Guardians goes poof.
Yeah, it does. I should have just kept it. I'm so mad. But that's fine. The Spirit Guardian goes poof. And there goes my 3rd level spell.
Alright, so who else is stunned? We had Opal.
No, it wouldn't matter anyway.
And
And
Zed.
who else? Zed. Not so much Zed. Okay. Zed wouldn't be stunned.
Oh, okay.
You're standing next to somebody. It's like just standing next to them is a just a boon of inspiration and confidence.
Nice. Good old
All right, so
Marius.
what's that? 2 nat ones this session already? 2 nat ones and 2 nat 20s. Okay. Just curious. Sometimes the rolls be the rolls. So that was its action. Yep, that was its action. That's all it could do. But it can also move, and it's going to take its time. Yeah, it's gonna go. All right. And all right, so Zed, you were against the door. Wait a minute, did I do the wrong one? Hold up. Nope, I did the right one. Okay, whew. All right, so things against the door. There's commotion inside. And then this thing's turn. I do some private rolls. Actually, I can speed things along. So Opal, there's definitely commotion inside.
Oh, that's not.
So what you doing?
I mean, I'm stunned.
What? You got quiet all of a sudden.
I'm stunned, aren't I? I can still move around.
Why do you suddenly get so quiet? On.
I don't know. My microphone has been weird all week.
Ah, there you go.
Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. But can I move when I'm stunned at all?
Oh right, stun condition. It does skip
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah.
And you're not stunned. So the stun is last until the end of the creature's turn. Okay, so the commotion. Do 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 do. Gonna have to double. So you all hear just heavy, heavy, heavy footsteps inside. Dunk, 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 and it just picks up and picks up until you just, let's see, since this door is a innie, so Zed, from beneath the door, you would see what looks like some kind of like ichor, like something just got smashed into the door, just completely and utterly liquefied. But because it's a innie, the door didn't bust like outward. But, the whole building did
All right.
rattle a good bit. And now, give me and this was it, give me an athletics check. As it feels like somebody's it sounds like they're trying to open the door, and it feels like they're trying to open the door. I'll just roll it like this. And the door is opened. Actually, it's going to be like right here. So, you see that. You remember that big guy that busted down the wall before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one of those in here. And I'd say in the room you could see like there's this huge hole in the ground where it looks like it probably like just busted out of the ground through the floor.
With the death of the creature, would we still be stunned?
Yeah, because it's still till the end of its effective turn.
Ah, I see. Okay. Also, hi, literal Titan. How did you get in there, sir?
All right, Zed, you're up. Then Neovar is up after Zed.
This is technically, I'm assuming this is a huge creature.
It is, yes, huge.
Okay.
And it has
Um,
like tentacle goop all over its body. Like it just ran into it and just shoulder checked it and turned it into like jam.
Oh no.
Possibly what might happen to you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Zed's gonna take a step in so that he's within range. Gonna do this again. Pretty much just gonna do this exact same thing I did the first time. 16.
On which one?
The big dude.
Oh, that's definitely gonna miss. You swing your blade at it, and it just doesn't even break through a singular armor plate.
Okay. Let's see. Well, that's a bummer.
Not my cantrip.
All right. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage. And I'm gonna run out of the room.
Haha, joke's on you. They have scent. No, I was just kidding.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Wait, did I not put him? Got to put him in. I already know what he would. All right, Nevar, you're up. What you got? What
All
does
right,
Nevar
so
see? Oh yeah, you see that.
I do in fact see that, and I am like, oh Jesus fuck,
You are also. Wait a
Well-
minute. Hold up. You're
stunned.
also stunned.
Oh wait, didn't a creature's turn end? Because it died.
Nope, it's a duration thing. It's not like
Oh.
concentrating to keep you stunned. It's just that in as far as like the initiative would be, that's just how long you're stunned for.
I see. So what can I do? Well, I'm stunned. The
think you
rules
just-
between
I
editions
think
are
it's just
different.
I think it's just last turn, but you're not stunned anymore. Effectively. Then Marius, the stalwart soldier that he is, steps in front of the door, puts his shield up, and as he does so, there's like it's like a layer of light emanates from it, almost like a little extra protective barrier. Kozik.
Hmm.
Was Kozik stunned? I think he
Yeah,
passed. Yeah, he got 17.
Moved right. Ah. 2. And so the door is open. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can see this, and I'm gonna try to blast what I see there right in front of me, the big guy.
All right, let's see what you got. And Veldrin, you're up next.
Attack twice.
Pew reflects off a
One,
plate.
chow.
Pew reflects off another plate.
The Eldritch Blasts, they do nothing. Okay. Then I'm actually gonna move back to where I once belonged here. That'll be my turn. I tried to blast it, but the armor's too strong.
All right, Veldrin.
Seeing Kozik just do that, I'm like, oh shit.
Surely somebody's got some firepower.
Can I hold?
So you can hold an action, but that would still be your turn.
Okay.
Because I went back and looked it up.
Okay, so it
And-
doesn't like hold it until the end.
Yeah, like that's I guess they did away with that. So how holding works is you hold an action, which it still takes your turn, but you basically designate a triggering event. Like if bad guy steps within 5 feet of me, I attack it, or as soon as the door opens, I cast specific spell. So this sort of needs to be a triggering
Okay.
event.
So I have to declare like a thing that would happen.
Yeah. I guess it's just to make it so initiative doesn't get constantly wiggly wonkly.
Right, you'd be like, I'm gonna wait and see what happens then I'll decide where I'm gonna move and what I'm gonna do. But now you just have to hold an action trigger.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, what am I concentrating on?
I think you just never turned it
Probably something
off.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
detect
which one
magic.
I have to turn off. Okay.
which that is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th tab down under effects. And it'll say
Yeah.
temporary effects, and it'll say like concentrating, detect magic, and you can click the little dots there, which
Break concentration.
Yep, break concentration. Actually, I think there's another way to do it too.
You can also break it if you find the spell and like click it again, I think.
So what do you guys see when you click on your tokens? Do you see like just like like right click on it? Does it pop up a little anything?
Yeah, there's assigned status effects, toggle target, combat, open configuration.
So I think under the status effects, if you're concentrating on something, it'll have like the little concentrating symbol, and I think you'll be able to just click on that to turn it off instead of having to go through your whole sheet to do it.
Oh.
That might be another way to do it. But anywho, what you got, Veldrin?
Well, I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. It's a healing spell. In a 30-foot radius. I can create an aura, and at the start of each of my turn, while it persists, I can restore 2d6 hit points to one creature in it. And because I cast it, I can use the chalice from my starry form.
Yes, you can.
So, but I don't think anybody's hit right now, so can't do that. But the
Marius still
healing
looks
is
a little.
there. Oh, Marius needs something.
Yep, he's still got some wounds on him.
There. And so I could do 2d6 plus a d8. And I think it has.
And it lasts for a minute.
Plus
So
my wisdom modifier, so I think it's 2d8 plus 4 or 3 or 1. Yeah, I think it's 1d8 plus 3. So he got 8 health from the starry form.
8. Okay.
And 5. So 13.
All right. He still looks like he has a few scratches on him, but wounds are definitely mending, and he is showing himself to be the bulwark to save you from evil, or whatever these things are. Let me remove these stun effects. And so, you got anything else?
That's it.
Just removing stun effects, because the thing's turn would have been now. So no more stun. All right. So the door's open, and Morris is standing in front of it, and this thing's just gonna try and stab the shit out of him. Just with its arm blade reaching through the door at like this angle. But he just jabs almost like the arm itself is like a rapier. Attack. And one of those would hit. Wait. Yep, one of those still hits. Alright. So this guy, like, two of the arm blade attacks, it like swipe, it just jab, just like poke. And Marius deflects two of them with relative ease, but it's that third one that's like, it slips past the shield just barely. Does some damage. See how much damage. That much damage. And that is that thing's turn. All right, the fun guy. So this slightly more advanced looking dude in the back. Let's see. It has quite a few interesting abilities. Ooh. Okay. So it is going to point at. Let's see. It's going to point at who he can see, which is Zed or Marius. And he's going to use his like left arm has like what looks like this weird looking like contraption, and you know the other ones look like they have crossbows like attached to their arms. This one looks like some other larger, more dangerous looking thing. And this thing looks like it launches like javelins because it takes up his whole arm, and he points it at Zed, and he is gonna fling a javelin at him. Let me check the range. Are you in range? No, he's gonna take the disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna fling a javelin at you. Range 30 slash. Wait a minute, let me check range. It's rare that I actually get to shoot at you guys. So something is 30 slash 120. Everything beyond 30 is disadvantage, right? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that didn't matter. All right. Let's see. Oh. Three longsword or javelin. Oh. Yeah. So apparently it has a quick load feature and fires 2 more. But at disadvantage. It's just steadily going down.
16 will hit, yeah.
Okay. So damage-wise... Wait, let me check the turn order. It did reset. Okay. So one of those would hit. Yep. All right, so you would take 17 damage. And Marius raises his shield as the javelin is like flying past him and just barely deflects it. Just deflects it just enough that where it was probably pretty surely going to hit you, just like goes past your face and like, you know, scratches your cheek and like a little blood trickles down. But one javelin is still stuck in you.
So I got hit with the 17, the second one?
Yep, just a 17.
Okay.
Opal.
There we go.
Sorry. I'm no longer stunned. Yay.
Yeah, you saw like just 3 javelins get launched out of the building from who knows what.
Yeah. Bull is going to move to the side of Zed and is going to line up her light. At this guy. Big boy. And shoot. And we'll pick.
Bink.
Oh my
Bink.
gosh. Nope. Opal side.
So both shots just plink off the armor like not like it's like you guys are trying to like shoot pistols at like a tank. It's just pew pew just getting deflected. It's high. It's too armored. Now it's turn.
Uh-oh.
Due to its situation, it cannot really effectively swing through a door. So it's going to do what it does best, and it's going to attack the shit out of the wall. Fist. And oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll deal with that later. Anyway, smack that wall. Wait, why am I rolling the attack on the wall? Am I rolling that one? It didn't. So it is just slamming into the walls. And these walls are definitely not going to last long at this rate. And Marius stands unfazed, determined, a bulwark. Now this guy's turn. So, something you realize about this big guy, it has this platform. Just double checking to make sure I'm reading this right. And medium. Ooh. No, he's not going to do that. There's another purpose. Okay. Yeah, so this guy's going to stab at Marius again, I guess. Should have had him there. Stab, stab, stab. Actually, nope. Wait. It's going to step in front. And it's going to see people. And it's going to take a shot at... Yeah, because it just sees this guy standing in front of it with the shield up. And these things seem like they have a certain, at least basic intelligence. So they seem capable of adaptability in a combat situation. So they're going to shoot their little crossbows at, let's see, we'll fire one at, I'll just go top to bottom. One at Veldrin, one at Zed, and one at Niavara.
Let's go.
That one's for Veldrin. That one's for Zed. That one's for Niavara.
Miss. Beautiful miss.
It hits me at 13.
All right, let's get the damage out of the way real quick. So two of you, I believe, get crossbow bolts stuck in you. 4. 12 for Veldrin. And 12 for Zed. And I need Veldrin to make a concentration. Because you're concentrating on Aura Vitality.
So it's just a con saving throw.
I believe so. Because it's like you gotta roll a 10 or like half the damage. Or half the damage you take. Okay.
Okay.
So 10. What you need to beat. That is definitely not a 10.
Yeah.
All right, unless you have something you want to use to try and re-roll that. I hear myself in your mic, Kozik. Oh, the echo. So a
Wow.
19 plus 1, 20.
It says a nat 20 on here.
Uh,
weird.
Just
you rolled,
green
it's a 19
Oh.
plus 1.
for a success. Okay, I thought.
All right, you maintain concentration. That was its turn, Zed. Look at us, we're already on
Okay.
round 3.
Huh. Um. I guess I'm gonna try again. I can be where Marius is and just not end there, right? Like if I walked up and stood in front of the door to attack.
Yeah, I mean, you could also be adjacent too.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, as long as the squares are
Um,
touching.
yeah. So yeah, Zed will run off to the side. Excuse me. He's gonna pat Marius on the back. I appreciate this, fella. And then he's gonna attack the guy that's standing in the doorway in front of Marius. $17.
So a 17 on this guy would hit.
You said hits?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do same thing I've been trying to do. Do poison for this guy. So, DC 13 con save.
So these
Um,
guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think it's pretty blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
I don't even have to really roll a con save for that.
Yeah.
There's
that's fine.
nothing for them to be poisoned. There's no organic material. It is all like as you stab into it, it's gears, it's cogs. Whereas, you know, maybe a Warforge might have some kind of internal components. These are just purely mechanical.
Okay. He's still gonna. See, he had coated his blade. So he's still gonna attempt it, but yeah. Okay. Good to know. And then
Yeah, I figure that one's obvious enough to give to him.
bonus action to disengage again. I'll run right back to where I was.
Okay, now it has
Same
Sentinel.
turn.
No, just kidding. All right.
One of these times, you're gonna say it, and I'm gonna be like, ah ha ha, and you're like, no, really, you're not going anywhere.
Neavara.
All right, let's go. So first, how's the field looking? How is Marius looking?
Not in the worst condition. Functional.
So
Zed has a javelin and a crossbow bolt stuck into him, and is probably bleeding from his mouth.
haha. Well, my third spell is gone, but I can still and you're the only one that's damaged, right?
Besides Marius, I think so.
Let's go ahead and cast that Cure Wounds. Up it to level 2. Being a healer? Oh my god.
You know things must be feeling dire if
Oh
Neavara's
my
healing.
god. And that roll is horrible. Pull up the roll.
Remember,
Two
you can
nat
use
one.
you can use inspiration on any dice roll.
I already used mine. Remember on the horrible nat one fail to the charisma save?
Yep.
Oh my god. But if anyone else has it and is wanting to heal Zedrin, they don't have to. He seems fine. He'll be okay.
So Zed gets 12. Encouragement. And what have
A
you.
good old. Basically, you know, here's how she does it. She just slaps the hilt of her knife on him. The one that
Ow.
she's been using as her instrument of her spells. She's like, you know, you could say thanks. As she leaves it there.
Ow! I actually feel better.
Yeah. I would hope so. And then move. Bonus action stab.
Stab, stab, stab.
Trying to find the actual bonus action.
And what weapon are you using?
Her dagger. Because, like,
Dagger
that's the only one
has-
she's got in her hand right now.
Okay. So something to consider since it's a new system, we're still getting used to the weapon mastery stuff. When you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as part of the attack action instead of a bonus action. And you can make this attack only once per turn.
Let's see, I've already used my action.
Yeah, but just, future reference because we're still getting used to the mastery stuff on weapons.
Mm-hmm.
At least I am.
How does bonus actions work?
Just attack. So it's gonna still use your modifier and whatnot. It's just on the damage. It's just the basics weapon damage.
Does a 13 hit the Warforged?
It does not.
Rats.
It
But I've
parries your
given
attack
him.
with its arm blade.
Oh, lovely. You know, that's no way to, act to a new friend. We came here with honest dreams of helping people. And this is how you respond. Terrible manners.
You hear gears grinding in response to your words. Totally intelligible. All right, Marius is doing Marius things. So you see, like, it kind of looks like his grip is tightening on his shield. The glow on the shield seems like it's getting a little bit brighter. And he seems very focused on what he's doing. And just serving as the bulwark. Kozik. He has one job.
That see, I am gonna shoot at the. I'm gonna shoot at the guy that's right in.
Which guy?
Use.
I hear like one word and then you cut out.
I'm gonna try to use my Eldritch Blast again.
All right. Which guy?
The guy that's right in front of Marius.
Okay.
That one looks like it misses.
That would hit though.
That one might hit. Right.
You got one.
Take that. Yeah. Palpable hit. I'm gonna move back. Safety. Turn.
All right.
That's it.
Beldrin. And your concentration has not been broken. But you are muted. Oh, Veldrin stepped away. Okay, we'll get back to that in a sec. All right, this guy is gonna try to. Ooh. It's gonna take shots at Kozik, but Kozik has cover from it. So
Yeah.
let's see. It's rare you guys use cover. Let me double check how much how much AC cover gives. New mechanics all over the place.
Is that this guy that's like diagonal to Marius here?
Yes.
Oh, he's partially see me.
Yep. 3 degrees of cover. Each provides a benefit. +2. 30 saving throw. 3/4. +5. Let's see. Based on how much he can see, I would say. I would say that's going to be somewhere between half and 3/4 cover. Yeah, I mean, it's technically more. We'll go with 3/4. Okay, so. All right. This guy has a lot of stuff stacked against him hitting you. But we're going to try anyway with our crossbows. All right.
May the Dark Lady.
Disadvantage. Advantage. So
Gosh.
your AC at 3/4 cover is effectively 16. Right? The new rule for it. 3/4 cover is +5 AC and dexterity saving throws. So 2 of those still hit, even with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oof. If he had advantage, that would have been a nat 20 in there. Okay. So despite the interjection from Marius' shield and the doorway and just like this really awkward angle, it still manages to like, I'd say like the shots, it like ricochets a shot off the door and maybe like ricochets a shot off of Marius' shield to bounce and hit you.
Ooh.
For 20 total damage across the 2 hits.
Even though my back is against the wall here and I think I'm covered, all of a sudden I feel pierced by a crossbow bolt. Ah!
I mean, warlocks also have a good chunk of hit points. You're fine. It's fine. All right. So that was its turn, and then the other guy. Yeah, now he finally gets to do a thing. Who can see him? Y'all can see him. He can see him. So you see this guy take his turn to walk up and climb on the back of this titan. I'll move him to the back so you can see that. I'm just gonna move this to get out of the way. Less clutter. There we go. So he had to go 10, 15, 20. Oh. I gotta calculate range. 5, 10, 15, 22. Then half. That. Yep, nope, that's his turn. So he spends his whole turn, like, getting on the back of this Titan. But he does have a bonus action, actually. So he's going to point his blade at the guy in front of the door, to which he gets to make an extra attack. Ooh, you know what? He's going to actually point it at the guy who shot at somebody, thinking whoever he's shooting at must be a potentially a much greater threat than the guy standing in front of a door with a shield up. So he's going to have this guy take a shot at Kozik again, but it's only one attack. And a 12 would miss.
Whizzes by my furrowed brow. I'm holding my shoulder. Oh, Pierce.
Hey, Veldrin's back. We'll back it up a little bit. So, Veldrin,
Uh-huh.
what do you want to do for your turn?
I am... Yeah, I don't really have a particular thing I want to do other than continue to heal. Which,
I'm holding my side and my shoulder as I've been wounded by crossbow.
Yeah,
evil
Kozik has like
crossbow bolts.
3 crossbow bolts stuck in him.
yeah, I'm gonna send a little 11 points over to Kozik.
Oh. I feel bad.
Kozik has the... He's in the top end of hit points. Warlock's got a lot of health. Did you want to move anywhere? Actually, let me see. Is that an action to heal?
For this, after I cast it, it says once per turn. Yeah, it says at the start of each of your turns while it persists, you can restore 2d6 hit points to one creature in it. And it lasts for 1 minute.
Does it say it takes like an action to restore or just...
Nope, it just says once at the start of my turn.
Oh, well then you still have a whole turn of stuff you can do.
Oh,
And so I'm looking at your angle. So you would have seen like a really advanced looking dude climb on the back of this large mechanical monstrosity. Let's see, based on your angle, you could kind of see the edge of this guy. So it looks like the guy that shot Kozik has a pretty terrible angle on him, but is still landing hits. It's obviously the guy in the doorway.
so there's 4 of them in there. Like
Yes.
there's 3 little ones and the big one.
Yep. There's 2 frontline looking dudes. There's one guy that looks a little more maybe beefier, advanced, whatever the case may be, different. And then there's the big mechanical thing that is trying to bust through a wall.
Oh. Do Pull the Dead.
On which one?
This guy.
All right. Checking his feature. He is not. All right. And it is
DC
wisdom.
14.
Oof, he passes by 1.
Alright.
14 versus 15. I guess technically 2 because it's meter beat.
Mm-hmm.
And stand where you are.
Mm. Oop. There we go.
All right. Opal.
Okay. Hitting that first Blade Scout. I hope I don't miss horrible time. I
You're doing so well with this. Roll me a d20.
you got a
The dice are on your side tonight.
a 1 into a 1.
Mm-hmm. And your second attack?
I'm just gonna. Thanks. Finally, 21 to hit.
All right. And give me some damage.
Oh shoot! I used the wrong thing.
Thunder Gauntlets.
I don't know what the Thunder Gauntlets. It's the same roll. I'll just pull up the lightning launcher and use that instead. Because I did not mean to use that. Oopsie daisies on my part. 13.
All right. You probably would have wished that you accidentally used your Thunder Gauntlets. So, let me calculate something here. 15. Oh. All right. So, as you unleash your lightning launcher,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that you've just been firing this and firing this. Like, this thing's been getting a lot of use today. So much so that once you fire your second shot, which you're pretty sure, it definitely hits the guy and does its damage. You can feel like, is this like attached to your body, or is it attached? It's attached to the armor, right?
It's attached to my armor, yes.
Okay. So
Though, with how my armor works, it is
it's the armor attachment.
technically like a. It's a second skin.
Okay.
Second.
So that was a double one though. Okay. The thing like blows up in your face for 5 damage, and the lightning launcher is now unusable.
Oh, I'm gonna have to spend so much time rebuilding that.
Like it's like it started off with like you take the shot and maybe like a string snaps, but then it just becomes a cataclysmic failure. Like too much tension then causes part of the I don't know what it's called, but like the little crossbow thing to just like break completely, and you realize that you're gonna have to spend some time actually repairing it.
Opal looks down at her lightning launch, distraught. Aww.
That's the dice rolls. That's a double one for you. Cataclysmic failure.
And Zed, you just hear Opal behind you, like, if Opal could cry, she would be right now. My babe, been serving me so well, and now you.
And it'd probably like knock you back a little bit, but I think a broken weapon and damage taken is plenty of penalty for double one.
I'll take like a 5 feet back. That honestly, getting knocked back from that is funny. Fine. I'll end my turn.
All right. Big guy. He is slamming into this wall. Can he break through? Just to see if he rolls a 1. It could be funny. Nope. Nope, no natty ones. Alright. Did that one. Okay, this wall is about to be like, even for you guys on the other side of the wall, just like out of the line of sight of this thing, you just see the walls, just cracks are just forming, and they're just getting bigger and bigger with each hit, and it is significant. Like, despite the fact that inside it looked like, you know, raggedy old wood flooring and stuff, like these walls probably were pretty sturdy. Like, you know, understanding Marius' situation, this was some kind of like military base of some kind. So you'd imagine these walls were fortified and meant to be able to handle damage. And this thing is just starting to tear through it. Its strength and proficiency with what it's doing is terrifying. But that is its turn. Round 4. Top of the order. This guy's gonna try and just... It has been having some success shooting at people, despite all the disadvantages. That's gonna murder the guy in front of him, blocking the door. Watch Marius get stabbed. All 3 arm blade attacks going right for his face. Yeah. 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 2 of which get through. Boom. Easy peasy round. Zed.
Let's see. I'm gonna go.
And that was enough to... Marius is definitely bleeding pretty profusely.
I'm gonna steady aim and try to witch bolt the guy that's right in front of Marius.
That guy? Alright.
There we go. Wouldn't let me cast it.
Man, that would even hit the big guy. Alright. That hits.
I should have hit the big guy.
My mouse. Stop it. Mouse, what are you doing? Eeh. He's looking like a lot of his gears and cogs are struggling to continue turning. Neovar, you're coming up next, by the way.
Yeah, that's my turn. That's all my action economy. So.
All right, Neovar, you're up.
Let's go. You know, Marius, you can move out of the way for a moment.
He seems extremely focused on what he's doing.
Dying and being killed.
He's not saying anything. I'm just saying he's very focused.
Making a joke at his expense.
So if he does die, it's because you said he would.
No. That's not what I said.
Why is there a
All right,
weird?
so main action is going to be if he's going to insist on this how do we say?
Like a wall.
Decision. To, remain in the front. Let's go. It's going to be a Cure Wounds level 2 on Marius this time. Again, a sort of bonk with her knife as she's like, I am fully capable of, withstanding a good few hits, Yeah, Zetchin, you really got shafted on that roll.
17. Plus 17 is better than minus 17.
And then she flips the knife around in one hand as she turns to stab the bastard again. Bonus attack. Hit.
Nope.
Damn it.
Just enough to not.
One of those things. Don't move by next round. I am going to shove you, to be clear, Marius. I may not be strong, but I'm determined.
So
The
this
battle of
turn.
determination now.
Mm-hmm. Whose faith is stronger? So he continues his turn. The shield gets just a little bit brighter. Like at this point, the shield he's holding, it went from just like a glow to like it got a brighter, and now there's almost like this draconic. Just because you're standing next to him, I'd say you could see it because shield's in front of him, but you could almost see like this draconic motif starting to form on the face of the shield, and also in the space in front of the shield where this light is emanating, a golden eminence. Kozik.
Right. I'm gonna continue my attacks. Whoa, many. Then I'm gonna the guy right in front of Marius. Blast.
Hey, that'll hit.
Right. And the other one.
Not so much that one.
That one does not hit. I feel so gratified being.
And
right,
then
the helm
Veldrin's
of
up
the,
next.
Beast. 5 damage on that, and then I'm gonna move back to where I am, but I don't know if this wall's gonna hold, but there's where I'm gonna be.
All right, Veldrin.
I remember to unmute this time.
So start of your turn effects.
Yes, I can do the 2d6, right?
Yes.
And I will give it to Marius. 6.
An average roll.
And
Don't your heals get a bonus
what do you mean?
either from proficiency or your spellcasting ability?
Not from the aura.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Gonna try pull the dead on the guy in the door again.
All right. Let's see. There we go. That's 2 less than what he had before. And that's all that matters.
And it's taken damage, right?
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doonch, doo-doo-doo-doon.
And I do it as a crit, right?
No.
It was just a fail.
It was just a fail.
Oh, it was just a fail. Okay.
And usually save spells can't really crit. Which
Did
makes
a
sense, because
10.
if you guys crit fail, then it's like, do you guys really want to take double damage? Or damage and a half? So 10? 10.
And then I hop back.
Definitely looking like he's not looking too good. But not looking too good and dead are 2 different categories. So this guy down here is gonna... What can he see? Actually, no, he had such good luck shooting Kozik before. He's gonna do a little alternation. He's gonna stab Marius with the arm blade. So let's resolve that. Nope. And then he's gonna do some bolt launchers at Kozik.
Where? Ah,
That one will hit, and that one will miss.
yes. I say yes as this crossbow bolt kind of lodges itself in between one of my ribs.
The case of celebrating too early. You like hold your hands
Yes!
up like, yes, I survived. Oh!
Okay.
And then the other one. Actually, Neovar's right there.
I am, and I'm a healer, high value target. Go on, Lieutenant, you should know this.
And they're intelligent enough. I mean, since you really want to get attacked by this guy, he's happy to oblige. Because Marius has proven to be a sticky situation. So he's going to test the waters with this other individual. Stab. 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 1 stab. For 12 damage.
12 full damage.
Alright. And then the boss man's. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to point to the guy that just stabbed you and have him go one more time. Stab.
Hits. Let's go. Oof, ow, my bones twice.
Not my bones, I need those. Alright.
I do.
Well,
Oh, wait, I shouldn't have healed that.
Opal. You have a destroyed lightning launcher in front on your wrist. What you got now?
Oh,
What? Did the
Just-
Blade Scout go twice?
yes.
So the big guy pointed at him and he went and he got an extra thing to do.
Yeah, but so the Blade Scout that just went, the one that shot at Kozik, like
Blade
he
Scout.
had, he tried to
Might
hit
they have?
Marius, missed, shot at Kozik, and then tried to hit
My
Neavara.
initiative off. Blade Scout. Oh, he did. My initiative was on the guy then. Okay. Many things to keep track of. In that case, that's right, because he shot at Kozik. And I just didn't advance the initiative at that point, so I thought it was him again. Okay. Well, then never mind on Niavara's.
Oh, so
Let's see
I'm
what's on.
actually fine? Except
So
for the
just
12 that big guy
last 12.
did?
Yep, the last
Okay.
12. Many
So I
things to keep
heal
track of.
that guy.
Yeah, because I was still on that one. All right, well, either way, it's Opal.
Opal is
Good
going to
catch.
cast Shatter right here.
All right, what kind of save are we looking at? Cast it.
Yep. Sorry. And yeah, Opal will cast it right there. It is a Constitution save. Constructs have disadvantage.
Yes, they do.
Ooh. Have you used this
Like,
before?
I'm imagining Zed just looks back, sees Opal lying on the floor, her just looking at her lightning launcher, and she just points a finger for Shatter. Go ahead and have them all roll disadvantage con saves.
All right. So they all. What's the DC?
Yep.
Yep. So they'd all fail.
Good. 13 damage to all of them.
Armor class. Actually, this is Shatter, so
All right, let me read the description.
ooh, this could be fun. So you know what? Roll me a D6.
D6, got a boss.
Oof. Okay.
I can't. I can't
You're in
catch a
that
break.
one machine today.
I am a factory. My body is a
You're
machine
just
that.
pumping them out, dude.
Yeah, my body is a machine that takes in dice and spits out ones. Ugh.
All right. Sorry, I'm calculating all the damage.
If it helps at all, you rolled it with your old sheet.
Why? Why is it my old sheet? I mean, I guess my the account Cubed has me playing on is linked to my old one.
Maybe I'll just set you guys' old sheets to like observer, but then you kind of can't really edit them either. It's
Yeah, I could just change. I could change the name of Opal's 2014 sheet to something else.
Opal, do not use.
Opal cursed with ones.
Opal cares.
All right, stand where you are, or
Yep.
all right. So you definitely look like you may have knocked off some plates with that shatter.
Good. I'll use your bones to remake my lightning launcher.
All right, this guy's turn. Can he break through the wall today? Anytime now.
Or is it going to be stuck in the building forever?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm feeling lucky. Just all of a sudden, before this guy tries to swing at the wall,
He's not attacking you.
Oh, that's right. It's only me. Oh,
Yeah,
damn
something
it.
attacks you,
All right,
then
never mind.
that's when it kicks in.
Sorry.
Or I say when you make the roll, or if something is directly attacking you. Okay, no nat ones. Oh. Oh, yep, that wall is obliterated.
Uh-oh.
So, as I tinker with my wall controls, give me a second. That wall, that wall. 5, 10. That wall. 10. That door. That wall. 10. Okay. And I'm going to let's make this sorry, configuring wall controls. And light restriction. And direction. Let's see. There we go. This wall is completely obliterated. Yep. That's his turn. It attacked and it moved. This guy's still on his shoulder. Now the scout dude mans that is in front of Marius. Oh, he's on his last leg, so this is his final hurrah. Like his gears are like falling apart. His body is sparking. Like cogs are just stopping and like they're just struggling. And his
Which
final
one?
hurrah is gonna be crossbow bolts for people. He's gonna try and do as much as he can to everybody. So one for Opal. Oh, he can see. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so one for Opal, one for Zed, and let's have one for. Who else is proven to be a threat? You know what? Kozik's hit him. He's gonna shoot at Kozik. All right, this one's for Opal. It's a good thing Veldrin's behind Kozik. Advantage. All right, that's probably gonna hit Opal. This one's for Zed.
You're still rolling private. I
Wait,
don't know if you want
Wait,
to.
yep.
what's the number?
Here we go. Hold on, let me. That. Did that unhide it?
We can see the Blade Scout's bolt launcher, but not the next two rolls.
Why won't it let me unhide that roll?
What was the number?
25.
Yeah.
A 25, a 19, and this one will be unhid. I don't know why it doesn't let me unhide the roll itself.
That's annoying.
Can I do this? Can I right click it? Oh, wait. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
These are the best disadvantage rolls I've ever seen, just consistently.
Yeah, I wish I had those in other games.
Yeah.
And that one does not hit Kozik. Wait a minute. You have cover? You don't have cover. That does hit Kozik,
Yeah,
because that wall is gone.
Paltry leather.
Alright. Opal's damage. Zed's damage. And Kozik's damage.
Oi.
Owie.
Being perforated.
Oh, and Zed took damage, so now it's a concentration on Witch Bolt.
Oh,
Uh,
that's an at 20.
See, you're the counter to Opal tonight.
Oh my god. So many fucking.
I mean, you
rolls.
did say you were feeling lucky, so yeah, I definitely feel like you guys just generate more inspiration through playing than you do through like recaps and stuff. Kind of funny, or if not, just the
Yeah.
same. But this way, it's more fun and sporadic. All right, you took some crossbow bolts. Zed, you're now. Oh yeah, yep, you're up.
Let's see. So I'm gonna first start off with doing a bonus action to get that damage from Witch Bolt. A 9.
Oh my God, so close.
And so yeah, he'll snap his fingers and just on this sort of almost invisible tether. It's almost like see this kind of ball of electricity, kind of as almost like it's traveling down a power line or something. Just goes in and hits this guy. Ooh, this is inherently more dangerous now. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
okay.
and the wall's
then-
destroyed, so you can see that big guy.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. So that was my bonus action.
Oh, I didn't have
will
him shoot.
say
That's what it was. Fuck.
I'm gonna do this now. This first one is gonna be for the one that I'm tethered to. And
Yeah, that would
for
hit.
For the sake of it having low health.
Yeah, you overkilled it.
Okay. And now I'm gonna say I'm feeling lucky
He is dead as shit.
for this next one. This next one is going to be for the big dude. 19?
19 would hit right now. You hit in a spot where one of the armored plates got knocked off.
And my next one is going to be for that one as well. This one's just normal. 7's not going to hit. So damage for the other one. Okay. And as far as movement, I'm going to give some people some space to move around. So
I think I know what I was thinking. Have the Blade Lieutenant go on that one turn. Oh well, too late. You got one free turn of not damage. Enjoy it while it lasts. Oops.
And that'll be my turn.
Neavara, what you got?
All right, let's go. Sorry, taking a sip of tea right as turn started. All right, so how's Marius looking?
Not bloodied, but still wounded.
You don't have
You
to push
know
him
what?
out of the doorway anymore.
Yeah, you're so right. Which means I can actually, try and kill something. Her true purpose
Which you could have before.
Yeah, she didn't. It's a matter of faith, if you will.
And if he doesn't move and you do, technically his faith wins.
Who said I'm moving? I see everything I need to from right here. I can't get this guy, but I can get the two bastards. And that's all she really needs to get. I don't have second level spells. I don't have third level spells. And I technically shouldn't have that fourth level spell. But I do in fact have first still. And Big Bastard is far enough away from me that it technically counts as distance, I think. Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, but you do still have someone in melee range.
Correct.
I actually... This guy, I can't get him. Because he's on the other side of the door, I think? Or is there another door right here?
The door's
wall's
gone.
completely gone.
So, like,
Miss-
if you can see
because
where
there's
you
no-
see,
Yeah.
that wall is gone.
See, I'm used to Foundry making mistakes, and so I was playing along with it. In which case, inflict wounds, baby.
A constatul.
Knife
Save.
out.
Necrotic. 17. Oh, no. Minus 17. Apply. There we go.
All right, and then bonus action knife. Shank.
Let's see. A creature you touch.
Glorious.
Let's go.
Meanwhile, poor Opal sitting in the back with the
This has
stockpile of
been a
ones.
days of, yeah, like pure ups and downs.
All right, I
damage
believe
dice
that
twice.
Dagger does 1d4s, right?
Yep.
That's so pathetic.
A 2 and a 2. Basically.
It's actually a 1 and a 3, but yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly average as all things should be.
Minus 4. Alright.
That's her turn. Let's go, Marius.
Alright, the thing that he has been building up for many rounds now finally gets to be unleashed, as he has not been downed. So the shield that has been like emanating this light, it started out a faint light, got brighter, and then this draconic motif started to overtake the shield and the little bit of area in front of it. And then almost like a trying to think of how to my notes on it. Basically like a dragon reaching out, like a dragon's head reaching out from the light. It's just this huge blinding flash of light, and like this draconic, more traditional, like long, one of the long boy kind of dragons, as opposed to like the D&D fantasy, but it's just like this like almost like double dragon kind of thing, just comes out of the light and does some damage. Give me a sec. 3 targets. Alright, it did damage. Sheesh. Okay. And this like draconic thing just goes through each one of them. Six. That could have been better. Sorry, I'm calculating the damage. All right, and then I have to apply some conditions. Okay, Kozik, you're up next as I am moving things along and giving their proper debuffs.
Me there, I either disengage or I gotta stand fast, fight, flee, or do that. Or they call it dodge.
I can only hear like every third word you're saying.
Well, that's not good. Let's see. Can I just hang tight here and then use the dodge action?
Yeah, that would be an action.
Yep.
You can still
I think
move.
I'll do that. Oh, I can still move, but then they can attack me. Yeah, I'm gonna stand fast and I'm gonna use the dodge action.
All right. Beldrin.
Could I have him move past the Warforge, like behind him, or is that gonna be dangerous?
Well, typically, if you're trying to move out of a threatened square, it's an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Well, it's the start of my turn, so I could do some healing.
Yep.
Kozik. There you go. There's a 5. And I want to try and get to like here.
All right, you get there with no problem whatsoever, as they are all like currently still being like engulfed by like this light long boy dragon.
Okay. Can I can also still attack or do something, right?
You moved, you did the start of the turn. Yep.
Okay. Oh, I just saw it. I have the spell Heat Metal, where I can choose a manufactured metal object and heat it up. Would that apply to the Warforge?
Maybe. Without some knowledge checks, you
Oh,
know.
Can
I guess
can
I'll
I
do
say
this.
something, OOC, since I'm not the DM?
Yeah. I'm also like chewing my teeth, like, ugh, they're not metal.
So if they are, well, we know that the I don't know the anatomy of the really big dude, but we do know that these other smaller guys are completely like just circuitry, wiring, metal, basically. I've used this before, on something similar where it could not doth its armor, and it was very effective because it just
Yeah.
takes damage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It sounds like this would just take damage endlessly until it died.
Mm-hmm.
So can I do a check on the big guy, see what he's made of?
So if you do a check, that would be an action as per the new
Yeah.
rules,
Yeah.
which that check would be an Arcana. Yep, that's a construct. It's made of metal. And let's see. Because Opal did some research on this too. So, as I said before, this is known as a Warforged Titan. However, the basic construction seems to be of a Warforged Titan, but where it's actually from, you're not sure. Because everything in here seems a lot more automaton-like. So it wouldn't be beyond your experience with them that this is also in a similar light. But even so, looking at it from a heat metal standpoint, it's still made of metal.
Okay. Yeah, that's my action.
All right. So you can indeed confirm that would do a thing. All right. So everything they do is going to be at disadvantage because there's this blinding dragon light thing surrounding them. So it's going to stab it in the general vicinity where the Avara was and mayhaps get some purchase. And let me double check an effect here just to make sure I'm not doing something wrong. Tail. Yep, it would be a disadvantage. Okay. Swing, bada bada. And this is all stabs because it can't even see who would be at range to shoot at. Stab 1. D20. It's fine. So I think what all of those miss. Yep. So it's just is just stabbing, like trying to just jab into you, but it seems very inaccurate compared to before. And then this guy, gonna have him do a proper turn. This guy's gonna stab at Kozik. Wait, nope, he can't because he's on the back of this thing. What can he do? I don't think he can make range attacks while blinded. I guess it would just be a disadvantage. He's gonna fire in a general direction. And I'm just gonna make this completely random because I think that makes sense. Making sure how many he can make. 3. All right. He's firing somewhere over there. Nope. He's gonna fire somewhere in front of him. Nope. And then he's gonna fire somewhere to his left. Nope. So he's just doing like your traditional like spray and pray, like from right to left, just launch a javelin, then in front of him launch a javelin, then to the left of launch a javelin. But there is nobody within the threat range of being hit. Opal. Oh, wait, he gets to do one more thing, which I doubt it's going to even matter. Wait, let me read this very carefully. That it can see. Nope, never mind. Continue. Opal. He cannot see him. Blinded.
And
Round 5. This is the longest combat we've had in a long time.
Belgium, I would curse you, but I'm not gonna be mean. I'm going to quickly do some magic darts. Because the rest of my attack magic is AoE and not specific people. Second level.
Listen,
Hmm?
Felcher's gonna move. He just has a thing first.
And I'm specifically targeting this guy and this guy.
All right.
How is the biggest boy looking?
I mean, he looks like a big boy.
Okay, here's the first one.
5.
Here.
16.
Second one.
15.
How's he looking that first two?
5, 6, 7.
You know what now. Those first 3 hit the big boy.
14.
And then this last one hits the fancy looking guy.
And that's on which one?
This guy.
Right. 5 damage. So you see like the force of the magic missiles getting like beneath the armor and almost like pushing the plates up and off of it. Very similar to the previous one you've dealt with.
Falling apart. Just like the other.
All right. This thing's turn. It is going to... Well, there's no wall to swing at. So it's just going to... It doesn't have a specific target who it can swing at, so it's going to do this. Whoop.
Oh.
It's going to do a whirly bird. Each creature within 10 feet must make a DC 17 saving throw.
So is that me?
Yep, so that's going to be Kozik, Marius, Veldrin, and Niavara. Yep.
And do I have any sort of advantage on that because I'm fighting defensively, or just is what it?
Ooh, fighting defensive. I believe that is an advantage on Dex. Let me check.
I'm just used to the older term.
Yep, so... And you make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
Nice. Ugh. That's a big DC 17 hit, but I didn't make it.
And then one for Niavara.
Ooh.
I'll just calculate the damage now. Funny enough, that's exactly how much it suggests. 19.
Howie.
Let me see one thing here real quick. I have a couple reactions. Let me just see real here.
So everybody gets to take 19 damage who's within 10 feet,
So
including Marius.
as
Did Neovar
a
do a check?
reaction to taking damage, I'm going to invoke a hellish rebuke on the fucker what hit me.
Let's see. And what's it look
So
like? Because I think
they-
this is the first time you've used this.
Yeah. So as I'm struck by this wild strike, this is the big guy, right?
Yep, it's just whirlwind.
Yeah. So as I'm struck by it, sort of as a reaction, some sort of energy seems to shoot out of my entire being and like slam into this abomination, and it's completely engulfed in a sort of hellish flame.
Or Feyish flame.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
green
I'd probably say like,
flames that were inspired by the Dark Lady.
yeah, because I was gonna say like it's maybe like a dark flame because of the Dark Lady.
I almost feel like I hear a banshee's howl as it strikes this Warforged Titan.
And it sounds like, you leave Brittany
And-
alone. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess he needs to make a DC 14 Dex saving throw.
I think he has disadvantage because he's restrained.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is gonna be nice.
Okay, and then damage.
Nice.
22 damage.
Damn.
And as I'm huffing and puffing with my hands on my knees as I've been hit by this whirlwind gigantic weapon, I feel a little bit of like a smirk crosses my face as I see this thing take some flame damage.
Like it's having a hard time holding itself together. Still in the fight,
Consider yourself rebuked.
hellishly.
Hellishly.
Alright, so it did its thing. That guy's dead. Zed.
All right.
Oh, and that hit probably would have like smacked Marius pretty hard. He's bloodied again.
I need to do some.
And then Neovar's up after.
Oh, it won't let me go in there. Can you put me behind this guy? Thank you.
Weird, they can't travel to. I just.
19.
Yep, that'll hit him. Half what he had left.
All right, that's my turn.
A solid strike, to say the least. Neovar.
Let's go. All right, what do I got, Chief? I got 2 first levels left. I'm assuming that after this battle, we're all going to like, take a nice calm nap, chill
Yep.
out somewhere.
Yep, it's gonna be super calm and not interrupted, whatever purpose.
I'm
That would never
hopeful.
happen.
Never. All right, which of the following is the most looks the worst? Like if she takes a gander over them. Like who
Um,
looks the worst?
I mean, the one that looks unfazed is the guy on top. The other two are struggling.
Okay. It's called let's try and remove. Oh wait, what am I doing? Niavara slides here.
Here?
Like here, like where this guy used to be, like jumps over the body. And then does a quick word of radiance.
Con save.
And it is actually a 5-foot emanation.
Con save for you.
So it's a little 5-foot circle.
5 foot for you. Or con save for you. Con save for you.
Woof.
Wolf is right, but you know what? One of them got hurt.
And it's a cantrip.
Got alive. Will I
Aye.
reach above average damage? We will find out. Disappointed that her clever business didn't work. She shanks the guy she's been fighting.
Rar. Stab. Stab.
She's like, and look at this. My here's a show of my faith. A big old nothing.
And you're worshipping who today?
I think it's still been the same 3 that started at the start of this. So it was the Traveler, ROI, and
That's right.
who was third? I think it
Shadow,
was
right?
Shadow. Yeah. Shadow, ROI, and the Traveler. And she's just gonna chalk this up to the fact that she's worshipping. She prayed to a god of the sovereign host, and she's like, "This is what I get. This is my punishment. It's divine." Obviously.
And the second you say that, it's almost like you're very. Oh, it's funny.
That is really funny.
Just when you start to lose faith in one of the sovereign hosts.
Who needs a hero point? Because I have one banked.
I would say me, but I've been getting so many ones. I don't think it'll help.
Take it.
Thanks. Wow.
So that's once again roll 2d4.
Yep. Don't you have sneak attack?
Does that apply to bonus actions though?
Yeah, as long as you didn't do the sneak attack damage already.
No, I've
But you
not done
didn't.
the sneak attack damage.
You only get to apply it to 1 attack per turn. So if you do hit twice, you can only add it to 1. But you can apply sneak attack to any enemy that you hit as long as the conditions are met. And they currently are.
And that's an additional 1d6, yeah?
Level 1 rogue, I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
10.
And I realized that I voluntarily put myself in flanking position. Hmm. And I can't get myself out of it either.
Can you? You have movement.
Oh, but I would have to take 2 opportunity attacks to get out of here. Oh, don't I?
So, a potential option. I don't know
Yeah.
if Cube would let you. If you could use your cunning strike. Could use your 1 sneak attack dice to use the withdraw, which would give you half your movement and let you disengage.
It's technically your turn. What's it gonna be?
I know, I'm considering my options.
Also, it's very high in the round, and if you move and provoke opportunity attacks and they miss, they've used their reactions for the whole round.
Let's go. Niavara has, I think, the most pretty decent health pool. Let's go.
All right. Martha's turn.
Oh, they don't take it.
So, Marius. Let's see. Oh shit. It has a thing. Well, who looks the worst here? Who's beat up the most? Looks like Kozik. That's a toss-up.
I've been damaged pretty badly.
This is a toss-up. Sorry, I'm looking at some abilities he has. Okay. Iavara. Dead. Kozik. Oh, I guess since the only one that spoke up was Kozik, he is gonna slide over 5 feet to Kozik. And if Kozik is so willing, be moved behind him.
Okay.
And as he does so, 20 or 50. Damn. Yeah, so as he does so, he pulls his shield in front of him, takes his other arm, pulls you behind him, and just like being in his presence as he does this, like this is just watching him work. This is his craft. He is a protector. He is a defender. He is very good at what he does. And as he does so, see if I can calculate this properly. Hey, it does calculate properly.
Ugh.
It is
feel
almost
kind of
like
invincible.
all of your wounds are just regenerated. you feel almost as good as you were when you first got here. That is his ability used for the day. I'm just gonna.
The burning pain from the crossbow wounds in my flank are somehow feel better. I feel good and I feel light on my feet. I'm ready to attack.
Or uses. Calculated. All right. Next up, I believe that's gonna be Kozik actually. Oh wait,
Feel
I have to
quote
remove
the
some
dwarven
debuffs.
poet James Brown. I feel good. So I'm going to attack the giant thing with a couple Eldritch Blasts. Pow. All right. Maybe I was a little overzealous. That one seems to fly over its head, but that one strikes true.
Yes, it does.
I see that it was just a glancing blow, but it seems like it took some paint off of it. Urgh.
But a singular plate.
Cubed would spells are those are spell attack rolls, right?
Yes.
So would those have advantage based on current conditions?
Which would be. Nope. Because those conditions end
Okay.
at the end of Mars's turn.
Ah, got it.
And I'm gonna move back one step just to be safe, and that'll be my turn. I say thanks, Marius. Urgh.
Okay, that would be an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know it was ranged. He had that range, but okay. Fuckers.
Let me double check it and make sure. Yep. 10 feet.
I feel like I can handle it. I feel confident, nimble.
Let's see. Will he use
How
the
nimble am
hammer?
I?
Will he use... Oh, they're the same damage, so... Okay, he'll do the hammer. He's gonna try and hammer fist you
Okay.
as you back away.
Do I need it says a strength saving throw?
Nope. He just misses horribly.
Yes.
Beldrin.
So it's this guy that looks the best, right?
Yep, he's on top of this big thing that's... A lot of armor plates have been knocked off, and like it looks like some of the plates have been bent inwards, making it very difficult for it to move, and it's just a lot of the armor on its body has been either warped, removed, knocked off, or made to be very difficult for this thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, would it be possible to attempt to climb it?
Attempt to what?
To climb it.
Yeah, you can always try. Also, beginning of round things. Is that still active? Yep.
Yes, it is. Who's needing some health? I said, who's needing help?
I think you said Marius wasn't looking too good.
Yeah, Marius is effectively bloodied.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
I keep saying Marius, I was saying Marius.
He gets a good old 6.
6.
And I'd like to climb the Warforged Titan.
Alright, give me a athletics check, and it's gonna be opposed because it's not gonna let you try and climb it.
Yeah. Was that at disadvantage or?
Nope, it's just opposed.
Yeah, I did not make that.
So you try and climb on this thing, and it's, it's like trying to climb on top of like, I don't know, a jungle gym, but the jungle gym is moving, and it has, an axe for in hand and a hammer, and it's swinging around, it's trying to murder you. So, a little bit
Mhm.
difficult. Just a smidge.
Just a little bit.
It has enough strength to knock over entire walls. just a little bit. A little difficult. And there's also that guy up there, so actually, so we'll say like as you try and climb up, it's a combination of this thing flailing so wildly, and also the guy on top just like kind of putting his boot to your hands as you try and climb up to just kick you back down. A combined effort for narrative. But you still have a move action.
I'm gonna move a little farther away from it just in case it does that spin again.
Alright. And it has already taken its reaction, so it cannot do it again. Kozik was the recipient. Alright, they get at least one more turn, and we're gonna take it. And they're not blind. And Neovar's right there. And it's gonna stab the shit out of her. Huzzah. Apparently it really will. Alright, let's see some damage. Ooh-wee. All hit. 16. 10. And 12.
Whoa.
6. 36. 38. So I believe that's what, 38 for Neovara? 70. 30.
Wait 1 second. What'd you say?
38 damage for
38 damage.
Neovara.
Alright, got it.
All 3 wrist slaps land.
I'm not doing the math today.
And it's gonna stay where it is. And then this guy. Ooh. Decisions. It's kind of got a little bit of a height. So it's gonna, you know what? It's gonna take a shot at 1 for Opal, 1 for Kozik, and 1 for It would probably see Neovar as pretty weak.
Yeah.
And he does have the intelligence. Actually, let's see. Who's in the worst condition? Because this guy does seem like it has a level of tactical understanding, comprehension.
Neovara's on 2 hit
Neovara
points.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good now.
All right. Let's give Veldrin some trauma, shall we? All right, Neovar, here we go.
Let's go.
It's gonna shoot at Neovara.
Miss. Miss.
Yes.
And then it's gonna shoot at Zed. Oh, I didn't have to click out again, but that's 19 for Zed as it launches a javelin at you from its launch. It's from its arm launcher. And third target. You know what? This Dragonborn's been a pain in his ass for too long. which in his current state, he used his turn to help Kozik. So yeah, no, that would hit. And then that was his action. So its bonus action, it is going to point at Hey Niavara, roll me a, let's just do a D20, and if it's high, it's gonna point at Marius, and if it's low, it's gonna point at you. To Marius. He points at Marius. And this big ol' hulking dude man's is gonna take its one free attack at him. With, let's do ye ol' hammer fist. Yep, that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yep, Marius is on his last leg. So this thing slams his hammer directly into his torso, and Marius tries to lift his shield to block it, but it's just so much force and so much impact that it effectively, let's see, a strength check. See if it knocks him down too. DC 17 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Dragonborn fails the same. Oh, hot damn. Okay. And so the force of the blow is so intense, it's like it slams into him and just like forces like his own arm into his body, just like this huge impact. But he basically steadies himself and does not get knocked prone. And then we're at Opal. This is one of the longest combats we had in a while. This is round 6.
I know, we're not doing enough damage to really do anything about them. They're just kicking our asses.
Oh my god. Fuck it.
Well, I was thinking of it in terms of like just how quickly we're getting through the
Yeah.
rounds comparatively.
Oh yeah.
all
Ooh.
of these guys. Constitution saving throw.
I'll just do it here.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Both of them fail.
Yes.
One of them actually got a nat 1.
21 me.
You are down to that much.
Unless critical fails actually do double damage. Alright. Need crit damage.
Nope, I haven't been doing crit damage on save the save effects.
They got rid of that?
It's never been a thing for saves. It's been that for attack damage, like attack spells that attack, you can still crit, but not really on a nat 1 for a save. Basically, it's just you fail. And then the DM's discretion if they want to add any flavor to it. So yeah, they take some damage. Not as much disadvantage on non. Okay. Anything else from Opal?
No, that will be all.
Okay. This thing is, well, it has a target in front of it, and it's gonna murder the fuck out of it. Prepare to die. Oof. All right. Here we go. One axe hand. One hammer fist. Coming right up. Oh. Okay, that's a miss. Let's see.
Yes.
And he's swinging at Marius. Oh, that's a hit.
I'll
That's-
silvery barbs that.
All right. Roll it one more time.
For your people, Marius. Come on.
Damn.
$18. That's including that. That's including
I'll
that.
use my inspiration on the second one.
Okay.
We can make it lower. Come on.
I'm trying to get
What?
trying to keep Marius alive.
Well, the inspiration doesn't affect the DM rolls though.
Yeah, I,
I
think
thought-
it's a 4.
I thought inspiration lets you reroll any d20.
Any D20 test you make.
Oh, that I do. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it was never intended to be like, I use a heroic inspiration to make them fail.
Well, I thought like if you
Luck does that.
but I thought if you roll damage, so you can only use inspiration to reroll damage that you do, and not damage that you take.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then it's just, we're just going to use our
I thought-
inspiration against the DM.
Well, yeah, like I thought it was you could use your inspiration to just reroll any d20, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, any D20 test you make. All right. So that's going to hit Marius. See how much damage it does. Damage. Yep, that knocks him clean the fuck out. Let's see. Bro.
Oh,
So-
Sir Marius.
This thing just raises its hammer hand above his head and just smashes him into the ground. And he is out.
Really gonna let my gods win this one? I guess I will live up for that.
I mean, that's what you wanted from the start, right?
Yep,
Is it?
coughing up blood.
Let's see.
Oh, you know what? I could have had that attack go to Neovar. Oh well. There's plenty of time for that.
Plenty of time.
Which one are you hitting? The guy next to you?
Yeah, the one that we're flanking.
Alright, give me some damage, because that's definitely going to hit.
Man.
That's plenty of damage. Where is it? This one? This one? No, this one? This one?
And yeah,
That
if
one.
he's still up, then
No, he's
okay.
not.
Then Zed's gonna move. Back to the other side of this guy. I guess I'll be here since Marius is down. And that'll be it.
Alright, Neovara. 2 hit points in a dream.
2 hit points in a dream. And as she's running past him, she's gonna tap him with the quick spare of the dying to stabilize his ass.
Alright. Tap, tap. Stable. And technically, he still hasn't moved.
Nope.
Oh, that's funny.
He did move.
He
Not from a
died.
square.
He
Not
was
from a
right in front of-
square.
He was right in front of the door.
He
Was
did. Yeah, I think he moved one to like briefly help
That's-
Kozik.
Yeah, true. He did have to save somebody. Curses.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look, another
Doing
nat
that
20.
offhand attack.
I just imagine everybody's like, like a scene in a movie where all the kids are on the court and they're playing, and then there's like Opal sitting in like the nosebleed seats, just like eating a hot dog, just like, man, I want one of those.
I picture this is the moment where Niavara realizes that she's actually left-handed. She's been doing her offhand attacks with the wrong hand the whole time.
Which, funny
Uh,
enough, that is
and
2
this-
points more
I'm-
than it has available.
I'm giving
Nice.
the inspiration, by the way, to Kozik if he doesn't have it.
Okay, great.
So feel free to roll me a d20, and if it's high, Niavara, and if it's low, Zed. Niavara, give me a dexterity saving throw as this big monstrosity falls.
Oh, no.
It's like it wobbles, and then just falls. It looks like it's gonna fall backwards on Zed, but then it's like momentum pushes it forward, and it stumbles forward.
Ah, how the mighty have fallen, I suppose. You know what? She has a good deck save. She's a good deck save.
You just had to say it.
Inspiration, baby.
All right, let's see what you got. You gotta take whatever the result is.
I think I'll take that just fine.
All right. So this thing falls forward, and because it didn't destroy like the whole wall, it wasn't like a complete wall clear, but I mean, it's enough that it's like it leans forward and catches on the wall, and you think, whew. And then it collapses forward completely, and you just barely jump out of the way. I mean, you clearly jump out of the way on a 23. And there's just a massive thud, and this guy on its back rolls to the ground. Like, he's not prone, but he rolls and, stands up as the thing falls over.
Get him.
Get that guy! Which is Kozik's turn.
Yeah, get that last one before he fucking
All right,
jinx
let's
me.
let's see if I can put my money where my dwarven is. Let's see. A couple Eldritch Blasts at this fool.
That's 1.
Boom.
That's 2.
Boom. Yes, I feel a sense of great gratification as both of these look like they hit him. We got 8 and a 9 for 17 damage on this.
He is effectively bloodied.
And I guess I'll just hold my ground where I am here, and that's my
All right.
turn.
Beldrin. Start to turn things.
Yes.
The worm has turned.
I don't think there's anyone who I can heal Niavara.
You don't want to leave her on.
She gets 7. And oh, that's not what I wanted. This one. I am going to. Where did it go? There we are. Heat metal on our Warforged there.
Alrighty, so it is a con. Any disadvantages or anything?
It says if a
Okay.
creature is holding or wearing the object and takes the damage from it, the creature must succeed in a Constitution saving throw to drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
So it looks like it passes. Oof.
Eh.
Alright. So that ends your Aura of Vitality.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's another concentrate. Okay. Alright. So you walked up to it, and what's it look like when you try and cast this? Because I think this is the first time you've cast this.
It is.
Looks like heat. Right? Alright.
I don't know. There doesn't. Yeah, there's nothing really flashy that I can imagine about causing metal to heat up.
Hot Hands Veldrin. Alright. This guy's turn. Well, there's people surrounding him. So let's see. Yeah, it's got enough targets to just go for stabbing. So it's gonna swing at Niavara.
Mm-hmm.
Attack.
Hits.
That is unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate because I'm on 9 hit points in a dream.
15.
Oh, yeah, she goes down. Goes from cracking jokes to quiet and then falls over.
Yep, as it swings its longsword at Niavara, thusly removing the flanking situation. And now seeing this tactical advantage, it's going to swing at Veldrin.
Yeah, it would hit.
Damn, for 25.
That leaves me with 14.
And then it's going to take a shot at... Okay. Yeah, it's going to take a shot at... Let's see. I guess you could just go after Veldrin again. Who looks worse off? Let's see. Who looks the weakest? Would he know that? Actually, he knows Kozik was shot at a bunch, so he's gonna try and shoot at Kozik. He thinks Kozik is... What's up?
On that last round of javelin throwing that the guy did one of them hit me?
I don't think it did.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
That's too long ago. Anyway, a javelin thrown at you.
Speaking of javelins, okay.
That's definitely thrown at you. For 9 damage.
Try to dodge out of the way, and then it just gets me right in the shoulder.
All right, Opal. Your team is probably not looking too good right now, but your lightning launcher overloaded.
She's going to run up right behind Kozik.
Did you take like double damage, Kozik?
Oh.
Kozik
What?
disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared too.
Kozak got hit so hard he fucking evaporated.
Are you on top of him accidentally, Opal?
No.
No,
Opal was behind him.
Kozak
Where did
wasn't.
he go?
I think he deleted his
He
token.
he got evaporated.
I didn't touch.
Yeah, because I didn't do it. Hit Control Z, Kozik.
Control Z.
There you go. So, that is.
I don't know.
Don't try
I
and
did not
control
take
me,
any
mate.
action that I think would have led to that. There you go.
I don't remember where you were in the initiative. It's Opal's turn. I'm just gonna try and get Kozik. I remember where he was.
Kozik
Alright,
was just after Veldrin.
No, just before.
Was it just
I
before?
had a 16, or if we're talking.
Oh, he's after
about-
Marius. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, why do I have to reroll initiative?
I have no idea.
It also doesn't have the right name. Nivara? That's not me.
We're being hacked.
This is the changeling. Or this is the person you were swapped with. Ken. You've just been
Changeling is
swapping
among
your own
us.
name for years.
Like,
Kozik did also say we're being hacked.
my player name is spelled correctly. My token name is spelled correctly. Where is Navarre coming from?
Here, let's do this. That,
There we go.
that. And you were
Seems
about
better
where you
Zed.
were.
Above Marius, between Marius and Zed.
All right.
I wasn't I just beneath Marius?
I believe
Oh,
you were.
oh.
I believe
Yeah,
it was
I had
Zed,
a
Niavara,
16.
Marius, Kozik.
There we go.
Say 19. All right.
Kozak, how you doing, buddy?
Say again.
Chaos
I can hear you.
Cloud.
Hey Kozak, how are you doing, buddy? Feeling a bit rough?
Well, Niavar is unconscious and Marius is unconscious.
Hmm.
Oh, is it my turn again?
No, it's
Oh, he was asking.
running up to
Okay.
Niavara. Sorry, Marius. You have less priority.
He's
Well,
stable.
Yeah, she did spare the dying on him.
Rise.
8 is better than death saving throws.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
She's dropped
Oh,
her.
not unconscious.
Yeah, she's dropped her what's the word? Knife on the floor, but she's like, oh, fuck me.
All right, Zed.
All right. Well, seeing as how
That's the
as soon as this
background.
wall went down, and we all were kind of like easy targets. Seemed like things kind of shifted, and it's starting to get a little hairy now. As a bonus action, I'm going to use steady aim. Let me make sure I'm doing this all right.
Don't worry, I swear next session you'll have a lot of roleplay and stuff.
I
Not just combat. They did just decide to go straight to all the combat, so
Yeah, so that, and then I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna upcast it. I have 4. First one is a crit.
yeah, that's definitely a crit.
and,
Don't forget your inspiration on that.
let's see. Who doesn't have one? Because I have one.
Niavara finally doesn't have one.
All right. Niavara can take that. I'm gonna use up my next. You can use your luck dice. There's no limit per turn or anything.
Nope, you just say I'm feeling lucky and I want to use it on this before you make the roll.
All right. I'm feeling lucky. And I'm feeling lucky again. I'm gonna just use up all my luck dice. Wow.
I mean, in
Double-
a sense, that's lucky.
Double 14s, I guess, yeah.
It's unusual.
Okay. And then because I used it as second level, I have a fourth, which is just normal.
Oof.
So which the crit obviously hits, but
Yep.
do any of the others?
No.
Okay. Well, this should still be good.
That's still significant.
That's
Wow, that is
actually horrible.
that's awful. That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
se-
7 ones?
It's 7 down ones. All right, cool. So just add all those to the ticker, to the counter for this session.
I mean, on the D4, there's a higher probability.
Yeah, true. 25%. I got 3 4s, so yeah, I can't move. So that's my turn.
5 and a 9. 2 and a 9. Then a 10. Yeah, those are terrible rolls. Those were indeed struggle bus rolls.
Yeah. And having 4 opportunities to attack and only hitting one of them is kind of like rolling in that one.
All right, Niavara. You are awake. You are in pain.
Prone,
you're
drop my
prone.
fucking knife. Okay. Is it an action to stand or does that just cost movement speed?
Half movement to stand up.
Alright, she stands. She'll leave the knife on the floor for the moment. And we call this raw action economy, where she casts Toll the Dead on the damn thing.
Surely he'll fail this time.
He will.
There we go. After many attempts of tolling the dead on this guy, one finally got through in his weakened state. Also, what's
The
the
bell
damage?
rings out. I believe it is a 2d12.
Level 5. Yep, 2d12.
Oh my fucking god. What
was a
is
5.
going on?
It was a 5 and a 2 though, so it wasn't a 1.
I know. I'm asking what's going on. But these damage rolls, they're horrible.
I'm sure that's about to change with code. Oh, wait. Did you want to move anywhere with half your movement?
She's considering it mostly because she's like, she has 8 hit points in a dream. And she could go right back down.
Oh, you are a juicy target right there.
I am a juicy target right there, but it also hasn't used its opportunity attack. So if I move, it hits
You're
me
a rogue,
anyway.
dude.
Oh, right. You're a rogue, dude. That's a quote.
You're a rogue.
Do I actually have that ability to use that, though?
Yeah, you can. Well, you can bonus action, right? You have cunning action at level 1.
Let's see. Cunning
you
action
don't.
is level 2 for the rogue.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was saying. I was like,
Well, you could.
I know.
You could bonus action and use your sneak attack dice if you hit to withdraw.
No knife. You drop weapons when you die.
You don't have another dagger?
Oh wait, I do have daggers, but don't you have to draw them?
No, not in 2024. It's part of your attack action to swap weapons.
Attack
Action.
This will be a bonus, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem. DM?
Yeah, if it's
Mhm.
stating it has to be part of the attack action, then it has to be part of the attack action.
I think she's gonna stand firm mostly because she's going to remain a how do we say it? Flank option for Erveldrin for his upcoming turn.
Well, I get so just a discretionary sort of thing. What we were reading, what I was specifically referencing was to swap weapons, which would be like, for instance, if you have extra attack, you could, and with weapon masteries now, let's say a fighter has a greatsword and a battle axe. You could hit with your greatsword and then, without using your action economy, swap to your battle axe and hit with your second attack. There wasn't really swapping a weapon here, and we've never really had to use an action to draw a weapon. Like,
Yeah,
Usually
typically,
because it's been out.
well,
Like,
but I like
that, and I've
oftentimes
typically been
it's-
ruling it as part of your movement. You've been able to do that because it's like you're
Okay.
moving forward and also drawing a weapon while you're moving. That's usually
makes
how
sense.
I've been doing it.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Anyway,
so does Niavara have the chance for a stab with something in her inventory or no? Because I was running off the assumption of no.
I believe it's typically, but still.
That's what I was thinking. Because it's you have to use an action to re-equip after falling unconscious. I thought.
Fuck it. We'll speed the combat along. Sure.
Let's stab. She technically has 2 daggers or her rapier.
I can get locked in trying to
You know what?
research it.
Traveler symbolism. I assume that hits.
Before or after making the attack. Okay, so you can draw or stow a weapon as part of the attack action before or after making the attack, and it doesn't have to be the weapon you're attacking with. Okay, anyway, damage 7. Apply. Nope, don't do that. Wrong button. Okay. I mean, he's also looking on his last legs, but he's still fight. Wait a minute. Yeah. Still fighting. Now, is that it for Niavara?
Yep.
All right.
Get him,
Kozik.
Kozik.
are you going to use your sneak attack?
This abomination back to hell.
Use
Launch.
the extra attack damage.
$18 would hit. Yep. Oh, there's the damage. There's that Kozik damage. Oh, that's the hit. They both hit.
They both hit. Let's see what the damage is. 7.
Okay. Good.
know if I can make it.
2.
All right,
Oof.
9 damage.
That's better than 0. And do you stay where you are?
No, I'm actually gonna move. And that'll be my turn.
All right, Veldrin. You see a Neavara get back up, take a stab at this guy on her last leg. This guy's still on his last leg. What do you do? Things are looking dire for many of the party.
I am going to end the heat metal because it failed, so. And I am going to cast Healing Spirit, where I send forth a transparent spirit that looks like a beast or fae.
Is it that poor bear?
I think the last time I had used it, it was a big spider that, like, would knit the wounds back together.
All right.
And, Marius is stable, right? And Neomora is hurting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will do the 1d6 to Marius. And then because I cast a healing spell, Starry Form kicks in, and I do 1d8 plus 3 for Neavara. Neavara gets 10 and Marius gets 2.
And 2 is better than unconscious. Which is good because it's his turn.
Oh, and I was also
Oh.
moving away.
So for attack of opportunity?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can do a reaction, right?
Yeah, you still have a reaction.
I'm going to cast Spiny Shield. It puts a barrier of spikes between me and a creature, and it reduces my damage by 2d4 and deals the same amount to the attacker.
Can you link it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one's a new one. Like, this is a new
Cool
spell
spell.
altogether. It sees a magnetic force and pulls itself between you and the attacker until the end of your next turn. You're hit by a
And
melee
a
attack.
+2 to AC. Very nice.
When you are hit by a melee attack, the barrier reduces the damage. Okay, so when. So that's if it hits.
Yes.
Which it would hit. Okay. Hit by attack, the barrier damage. So then you would roll. Okay, so you roll 2d4 to reduce the damage, whatever it's going to be. Okay, so it'll be 4. Mountain piercing. The shield is ineffective against range attacks, but still proves as half cover. Okay, so reduce the damage. Okay.
So it does 6.
So 6 damage, and then he takes what, 4?
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Okay, so he would take 4 damage. You reduce damage, half cover. When you cast it in a spell slot, and you only use it at first level, right?
Yep.
Every slot but first. Okay, so that's basically like a druid version of the shield spell that wizards have, where it gives you like AC for to the end of your turn, but this one does a little bit of AC, but like thorns. Okay, interesting. All right. So 4 damage is utterly and completely freaking hilarious.
Did that kill it?
Oh my god. Hand stuck in the wall as it falls dead.
So it swings at you, smacks you for 10 damage. You reduce it, and then like the thorns, like just these thorns just reach up and yeah, basically thorns himself. Like
Thorns
swinging
himself.
through,
Oh.
grasping spiky celestial weeds.
Yeah.
Which is good, because on its turn, it was probably going to down a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Spectral Weed.
I just want to see. Now I want to know what would have happened.
If it had, let's see, Marius, Niavara.
Wow, it would have missed everything. Oh, that's funny.
Perfect.
So it played out
Shadow
as
protect
the
me.
dice needed. Oh, that was just morbid curiosity. Because he would have shot at Zed, which he has a 15 AC. And then he would have tried to have stabbed Niavar, which is a 13. And the other 13 was because of advantage, because Mars is prone, he would have tried to hit him with that, and that would have missed anyway, which is freaking funny. But yeah, saved by the bell.
Quite literally. Oh my god.
Sir Marius, are you all right? Are you awake?
He's awake. A bit woozy, trying to hold himself together.
Niavara leans over, grabs her knife, and discreetly offers Marius a hand up.
And as you guys are aiming to collect yourselves, that's when Veldrin receives another message.
Yay.
But we'll figure out what that is next time, because we are well past our time.
That was
Oh
a
my
long
gosh.
battle.
8 rounds.
Ugh.
That was almost enough time for a 1 minute. No, wait, let's see. Yeah, 10 rounds is 1 minute.
Yeah.
A minute and a half, almost.
Opal's still looking down at her absolutely destroyed lightning launcher. Hey.
You'll fix it.
I know I'll fix it. It still sucks.
Yeah.
Good thing these guys are corpses. I'm going to be using them. They'll have useful materials, right?
Now that's thinking. That's exactly how we should view a situation.
Where's everybody in terms of health?
Pretty
Bad.
bad.
Yeah.
So you have your health. Neavara's 8. Marius is 2.
Pildred is 8.
Kozik
has a-
is 52.
Zed has 11.
The person who was hit the most, I think, was Kozik, and he's at 52.
I got a big boost that's from Arius. He gave me like 40 back.
Bro. So yeah, that got really close. Oopsies.
Oopsies.
To be fair, all of our damage rolls were garbage.
Oh my god, horrible.
Opal's multiple ones throughout the entirety of the fucking session.
Neavara's multiple 20s on
Fuck you.
bonus attacks.
Everybody but Opal got it. I feel like a lot of people got 20s.
We were directly stealing your luck. Sorry.
We were siphoning it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Well.
With that, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Yep. Don't worry. There is actual role play in the game. Don't worry. You guys just kept kicking in doors. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all showing up and chilling. Yeah, that was quite the battle. They got real close. And they probably would have lasted one more round because he would have missed the attacks. But ooh boy. Ooh wee. So with that being said, well, the words. Yeah, like I said, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all yous lurkins. As per usual, we do this every Tuesday at 7:40 Pacific. Sometimes, 5 to 10 minutes after, as things take time to properly get fired up, and sometimes the server likes to crash when people start logging in, which I have to deal with and fix or restart. For those of you on the Ubles Tubles, like I said, we do this every Tuesday at 7:40 Pacific. Over here on Twitch, Twitch TV/Cubed222. I am also a variety streamer, so I do play other games as well. But Tuesday and Wednesday are the D&D games that I run. So tomorrow we will be back at it at 5:30 Pacific. Different group, different feel, different, well, same world, but different stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I know we went over a good bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the old wrap up a Rooney. And I guess we'll catch you again next time. And with that being said, try not to split the party. And try not to get smashed into the ground by Warforged Titans. Alright? Alright. Until next time, i.e. tomorrow. Bye!